Well, good afternoon, everybody. David Paul with you in the KHOU 11 Weather Center, and we've got some pockets of heavy rain moving across parts of southeast Texas and the Houston area right now. And I think for at least the next 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, we're going to have the potential for not just heavy pockets of rain, but maybe some spots that get heavy rain over and over again, get that training effect going, and that could lead to some high water spots and some street ponding and maybe some localized street flooding as we head into this afternoon and evening. And so we wanted to break in and just let you know, if you got a loved one who's got to travel or hit the commute this afternoon, this evening, either let them know that to be extra careful out there, or just understand they may be late coming home. And a lot of evening activities with schools and practices and whatnot may be slowed down, delayed, or canceled because of the rain that's expected to move through. And this is the big picture, and you can see going through the early part of the afternoon, the axis of the heaviest rain was right through here. Austin got a couple of flash flood warnings still in effect there from heavy rain earlier. But you can clearly see the axis now of heaviest rain where it was here. Now it's moved a little further east. We're beginning to get more development here in the immediate Houston area. And so the heavy band of rain and what's causing that rain, an upper level trough, is moving toward Houston. So we're looking at rain chances that will be increasing steadily as we head through the remainder of the afternoon and the evening. Here's a closer view of the radar right now, and where you see the storms that have lightning and thunder with them, like this one in Montgomery County, that is working with an atmosphere that has a tremendous amount of moisture through the vertical column. In fact, we're near record levels of moisture through the vertical column of the lower atmosphere. So when you see thunderstorms, that's convection. So that's grabbing all that available moisture and wringing it out and dropping it to the ground in the form of rain. So we're getting rainfall rates in some of these storms of 4 inches per hour rainfall rate. If it were to sit on you for an hour, you'd get 4 inches. It's not. You can see this storm's moving pretty quickly, but it could easily put down very quick inch of rain in 15 minutes. That will overwhelm primary drainage. That's what can cause some of the street ponding and street flooding issues that we're cautiously kind of looking at as we head into the afternoon and evening. So here's a closer view of the radar. We go into Harris County, and there's one flash of lightning, meaning we've got some convection out of this band of rain here from northeast Houston to Cloverleaf to Sheldon up to Eastgate. Lake Houston area, that's moving in your direction right now. All of this is moving north at about 20, 25 miles an hour, moving pretty quickly. But that's brief heavy rain. So the northeast side of the Beltway, West Mount Houston Road, you can expect to see perhaps some of the streets get some pockets of high water there during the next 15, 20 minutes as that moves through and moves to the north. Montgomery County has the heaviest thunderstorm, quite a bit of lightning with this one. Let's see, there's the dam of Lake Conroe. So everybody across the Lake Conroe area right now is seeing very heavy rain. 1097 bridge, that's probably a slow drive right now across the lake. You can expect some gusty wind with this as well. Montgomery between you and Magnolia, pretty good thunderstorm there. That's going to move through Montgomery proper, west side of the lake. So prepare to see some high water spots there. New Waverly up and down I-45, seeing the heavy storms. We go up into Walker County, Huntsville, seeing pockets of heavy rain. There's a little bit of lightning here as well. Again, representing convection up and down through the vertical column when you see that lightning. And that's utilizing all this moisture that's available, deep tropical moisture available to the atmosphere right now. That stretches up to Weldon, Trinity, and to the west of you. Right now, Lake Livingston, there's nothing moving in your direction, but we'll keep an eye on you. To the west we go. Here's Highway 290, Hempstead. This is now putting out some lightning and thunder. So it's heavy rain, a pocket of it right across the 290 corridor. Through Waller County, Hempstead getting heavy thunder right there. That's a very slow go section of 290 right now. Belleville, I see you getting a pretty heavy downpour right there. Industry, Newham, Cat Spring, we'll keep an eye on you. Brenham, you had that shower go through earlier, Sandy Hill to Somerville, seeing a pretty heavy downpour as well. At the moment, no watches or warnings, but again, street ponding in some spots, likely as new storms like this continue to develop over the next several hours. So far, over the past 12 hours, most of the rain has been across the Central Texas corridor, the I-35 corridor. But you can see, even just this afternoon as the rain has started to move in, Hobby has picked up 1.5 inches of rain today. 1/3 of an inch near downtown Houston, 1/2 inch up toward the Kingwood area, Roman Forest, and Humble up the 59 corridor. So, we're just kind of getting started. Look at the rain totals they had here, the brighter reds and getting into the purples. That's 4, 5, 6, 7 inches of rain they've had here during just the past 12 hours. And that type of activity is possible in spots here in Houston and Southeast Texas as we head through the rest of this evening. I think rain will taper off as we head toward 9, 10 o'clock, but we've got several hours to go. As far as the way the Storm Prediction Center sees a chance for flash flooding, they've got most of Southeast Texas either in not expecting flooding or a marginal, a 1 out of 4 risk for our northwest counties. But you get up toward Brenham, Beat Eyes, Navasota, Bryan College Station, Madisonville, let's see, north portions of Austin County, so that's industry. Also the Huntsville area, Livingston area, Madisonville. You're in that 2 out of 4 for flash flooding. The further northwest you get, the better chance you have of seeing some of those heavier downpours, those thunderstorms, and they could move over the same area a couple times in a row and give you a couple inches of rain. So be very careful in some of the rural counties. Growing up, I spent a lot of time out in Austin County. And the roads, you dip down when you go to a creek crossing and then you go back up. When you're dipping down into those little creek crossings, those are the ones that can get very dangerous in a hurry if you get heavy rain, especially when we start losing the sun. So be very, very careful on the rural roads and secondary roads in our northwest counties. Okay, that's what we're looking at for this afternoon and this evening. Let's look ahead to this cold front. This is what we're working on for the TV side at 4, 5, 6, and 10 tonight. There is a strong Arctic cold front coming in. Now, this will be modified Arctic air. We're not going to get a freeze. It's modified, but it's going to get cold, and it looks like it's going to start Sunday night with a cold front coming in, and by Monday morning, that's Monday morning, October 30th, that front is offshore. We'll have a gusty north wind and temps dropping into the 50s and struggling to get out of the 50s on Monday and Halloween Tuesday, and temps will continue to drop through next week as that cold front pushes further south, opens the door to cold air, and maybe even a little drizzle, chilly and drizzly for Halloween evening for trick-or-treaters. We will be taking a closer look at that forecast as we go from summer-like weather to winter-like weather by Houston standards as we head into Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. All the updates on that on KHOU 11 News on the TV side at 4, 5, 6, and 10. We'll see you then for our next live.